Alrighty, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. This is your host, ID Chester. We're going to be playing the World Series, as you can kind of see. 1975 World Series, as it is. And we're going to be playing it here on the computer digitally for you guys. We actually have all the cards printed out and everything, but I decided to make it a little easier for you guys to see things going on because, we're going to be playing season ticket baseball. Hissy Cat Studios in the house. Hey, how you doing, Hissy Cat? Good to see you, my friend. So anyways, this is the game. If you're not sure, this is the game system that made Rough Swordsman like baseball. So I've been meaning to get back to trying this game out because I'm like, if this game makes Rough Swordsman like baseball, who could care less about baseball, then he played this and like all of a sudden he started watching baseball. He subscribed to the baseball package. It's like, are you kidding me? What is going on, Bernard? What's going on, Slash Deep Gaming? Good to see everyone. We're going to be playing Season Ticket. We actually played it when it was back in the beta. There is, right now, going on over at the Season Ticket website. There's a sale going on. If you want to find out about the sale, go check out Dave Garner, his video, him and Ron Juckett, where they talk about the Black Friday sales, and they announce that Season Ticket is going to be having a sale going on. There's a code that you have to get. I don't remember what the code is, but I ended up getting like 3 seasons. But with that said, you don't need to purchase anything. What we're playing tonight and what we're going to be playing here for the next few nights is free. You can download the 1975 Cincinnati Reds, Pittsburgh Pirates, and there's 2 other teams, which happens to be, let me look. It is the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland A's. So you get these 4 teams from 1975 for free, and then you also can download the 1986 Final 4 teams if you want to try those out as well. So you can download them, print them out. They give you the stadium files, which you're going to need. You're going to need the stadium files. You're going to need the files for the cards. You can get everything you need. The instructions, the rules, the charts, anything you need for free. Yes, probably the LCS teams for that year, most likely. You are correct. There is a sale going on right now. Again, go check out Dave Gardner and Ron Juckett. Watch there. They did a Black Friday video on Digital to Dice where they went through every company that's having a sale and what you have to do to get the price and the code and all that stuff. But I did. I went and bought because I was like, I'm going to buy some seasons. It was like 25% off your PDF purchases. Then even what I wasn't going to buy anything, to be honest, because I cut out these cards, and if you look at the cards, every card is a different size, shape, and everything else. But here's what they did that was super cool. They have a README sheet, and they go through step by step by step how to do this and how to print the cards out, and they link to some perforated sheets on Amazon. I should probably maybe I can show you. Can I show you? I don't know. Let's see. No, I can't. Can I? Gosh darn it. Why? Why is nothing ever easy for me? Why? I don't know. Season ticket baseball game. There it is. We can go there. Boom. You can download free the game. Just like this. boom. And it takes you to the place to download all the, here it is, printing how to, right? And so I was like, maybe I should look at this because, like I said, when I was cutting them out, every single card was different sizes and shapes, and it was making me very upset. Well, there's a downloadable file that you can get that actually goes through, hey, here's what you should do, blah, 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 blah. You should go to Amazon and order these perforated cardstock and print our cards on those perforated cardstock sheets. So I clicked that and I was like, wonder what that is. And of course I went there and I was like, oh, cool. There's just 3 perforations. You print the cards on there. And so I've got those. Going to be here on Sunday. Mine are going to be here on Sunday. It's 200 pages, 6 cards a piece. That gives you 1,200 cards, which sounds like a lot, but to be honest, there's like 1,200 cards per season's file. So you got to take that in consideration. If you're going to do this, it's going to cost you, ink to print all the cards out, and it's going to cost you $32.99 to get this perforated cardstock. But for me, I'm like, this is going to make it so much easier for me to like cut out the cards. Like this took a lot of time cutting out the cards and just trying to make them like halfway decent size shapes and everything else. It was kind of a pain in the ass. But with this, and like I said, it was very nice that they went through like step by step how you want to do it. How to adjust your, different settings and everything. And it was very, very nice. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and order that. So I ordered 2 of these. I ordered 2 of them at $32 a piece. It was like $60 some plus shipping. It was like $70. So I'm like, well, all right. It's going to give me a whole bunch of cards. And now I can just print them out and I'll have them and I'll be able to perforate them and boom, 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 and you'll be ready to go. So there you go. The other thing I kind of like about this is when you get your files, you will notice that everything is separated into different teams, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is a big deal because if you are going to print a PDF file, for those of you like myself that print out stuff on the PDF, right, and you're trying to get, say, let's say I'm playing the New York Yankees, right, so I want all the New York Yankee cards. Well, if you go through and you're printing out, you're going to have to try to figure out what page number the Yankees start on. And usually they're going to start in the middle of one page and carry on to the next page and carry on to the next page and carry on to the next page. And it can be a real pain in the ass. Having individual files like this means that, yes, I can just go, oh, okay, Oakland, here, boom. So the team, I'm going to print it out, and it's all Oakland. I don't have to worry about it being like, oh, these are all the batters. And if I wanted all the pitcher cards, right? And I can just click on and do the pitchers. Boom, boom, boom. And I got all the files. And the other thing I like about this is they actually separate all of the extras. Sometimes us players, us simmers, we like to have every single player that was in the stupid game. I don't care if he only had 1 at bat the whole season. I want my players, right? So I can use that player that one time that he batted. I want to make sure that I use that player. Well, if you're a stickler, they have these as an extra, so you can print out the extras and have them, but you don't have to waste your ink and waste your time and everything if you don't want to have those. So separating the all-star, the main players, away from the fringe players, number one, is a good idea, and then separating each team in their own classification really helps if you're going to print them out, which of course you're going to print them out. The other thing is this weekend coming up is the first time this season ticket is going to be selling printed season files. So they sent some out to the printer. I think it's 19 65, 68, and 69, I think, are the 3 seasons, if I recall off the top of my head. So they're going to be selling those seasons. So if you don't want to print anything out yourself, you want to just buy it, they're going to start having printed cards that you can purchase from them. So if you're like, I don't want to deal with printing out my own cards, I just want to buy them, he's starting the process of doing this. And so look for, I have no idea on the prices on that. There is a sale, like I said, going on for the PDFs. And there's always a code you can use to get 10% off your orders. Go watch Digital to Dice, Dave Garner and Ron Juckett, Digital to Dice, the Black Friday episode. They go through and talk about every single sports company that's going to be having a sale, what the codes are that you need to enter, and when the sale starts, when it ends, and what the deals are. So, I'm not going to spoil. You have to go check out what they did. So go watch their episode and make sure you like it and leave a comment down below and thank them for doing that, because it saved me like $36. Like, I ordered 3 season files. It saved me like $36. So, yeah, it's well worth it. Hey, Bernard Strom, what is going on? Doug Hunt, how are you doing? Phoenix Knight / Deep Gaming. Bernard said he just bought the 1919 and 1941 PDFs. $11.50 each. There you go. Boom, boom. The sale is going on right now. Yes, I just ordered my stuff a couple hours ago. But like I said, everything we're going to be playing tonight, totally free. You can go to the website and download it for free. You can get all the charts, all the rules, everything you need, the instruction manual. Go get it for free. I mean, it's like 8 or 9 or 10 cardstock sheets. That's all you need. You need a couple ballparks. Everything we're going to be playing for the world, the NLCS. This is the National League. And I put down World Series, didn't I? This isn't the World Series. This is the NLCS Championship from 1975. I got a little bit ahead of myself, didn't I? Yeah, I did a little bit. All right, but everyone, it's all right. It's all right. We all make slight adjustments. I wouldn't say it's an error. It's just a slight adjustment. All right, so let's go back to Studio A, as Dave Garner likes to say. We're going to Studio A, where you just get to see me. Ron McGarth, what's going on? So, again, sale over there. Go watch Digital to Dice. Be sure to watch it because, yeah, you're going to save some money. Like I said, order three PDFs, which are not cheap. They're kind of expensive for the PDFs. And if you can save like 25% on them, it's well worth it. So go watch the video. They give you the key and the code that you need to put in. You just add everything to your cart. You put the code in. It takes the price off, and you're good to go. We're going to be playing this game again. Another reason I'm interested in this game is, well, I tried it a couple times. Not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. I'm going to tell you this right up front. I'm not the biggest fan, and the reason I'm not the biggest fan is because of the defensive lookups. Every time you roll a 5 on the dice, you're going to look up a defensive result on one of the players. Like if you roll a 555, you're going to look at the position 5, which is third base, and you're going to find out what 55 is the result. You can actually see, if I go here to our starting lineups, you can see every player, as you can see here. If I slide this over here, there we go. Yeah, slide that over there. Rennie Stennett, right, at second base, has a 540 to 543 is a double play. 544 to 547 is a 4-3 put out. 548 to 549 is an E4 or an error. So every time you roll a 500 number, you have to check the defensive ratings on somebody in play. You know, one of the positions, which can be a real pain in the ass when you're flipping through cards all the time. So, if you guys remember and know, a lot of what I do on my channel is all about trying to make things as easy and as wonderful as I can for myself and for all my fans out there. We've talked about this many times, and one of the things I most like about Fall Classic Baseball, if you haven't watched Fall Classic, if you don't follow Fall Classic, I love two things about it. Number one, it comes with an Excel sheet where you can play Fall Classic on your computer on the Excel sheets, which I love. They cost you $5, which is what a value. And the second thing I love is when you order the seasons, you get the defensive sheets for free, which have all the players listed with all the ratings and all their positions. And what I've basically done is taken a defensive sheet for Fall Classic and converted it into, well, I've converted it into Stratomatic, Status Pro, Deep Drive, Payoff Pitch, and now I've converted it into Season Ticket. So now what I actually have is what you see before you is just a screenshot of the Excel file that I created just so I can have this up on my computer, and anytime I roll a 500 number, all I have to do is look at the player that happens to be on the field, and I can see what the results are. So if I roll, say, a 564, all I have to do is look at the shortstop and look at 564, and I can see that 564 falls in between 563 and 565, and that's going to be a 6-3 putout. I can see that quickly and easily, and I don't need to have to try to fumble through to find the card and look it up and do all this junk that I don't want to have to do. So, again, not a big fan of having anything that slows the game down. This does take a lot of extra effort to create all this extra stuff. Everything you see tonight cost me 2 hours of my life to set up for you guys, but I think it's important you guys be able to see it as easily and as clearly as possible, and having a camera zoomed out on a tabletop is not the best way to view and analyze and to see what's going on. So we will be doing it much better than that. We're going to be using this where you're going to actually see the cards. You're actually going to see the cards there, and you're going to see the defensive sheets, and you're going to see the dice rolls, and everything should be pretty good for you guys. Occasionally I will show you the defensive sheets just so you can see what I'm doing in the background. Speaking of Payoff Pitch, I'm busy sorting the 2001 seasons nights. Nice. That's good. Sorting your cards that's a fun activity. I love doing that. I'm waiting on my PA. I got 3 seasons. No, I'm lying to you. I have 3 seasons in one order, and I got 2 seasons in a second order, and I'm still waiting on them. I'm not sure. I got to get with Joe and find out if, I know he shipped it, but I'm like, I haven't got any tracking number or anything, so I got to find out what the hell's going on. Because he emailed me like a week ago and said that he had shipped it. So I got to find out what's going on with my sideline. And then I ordered, he was like, oh, I'm going to order 2 more seasons. So I had like 2 different orders coming in with 5 total seasons. So Marlon Price, how you doing? Good to see you. Ron McGarth, what's going on? Slash Deep Gaming just got the 1984 season. Tigers replay now. Nice. Woof. All right, so let's get to it. This is a very simple game. You roll a D6. And then you roll percentile dice, which means you're going to get a number between 100. You're going to get a number, if I don't drop the dice this time, between 100, which is the very lowest number, and 699. And basically, the six-sided dice tells you what you're going to be doing with the play. Okay? So if I roll a 100 number or a 200 number, you can look at the Cincinnati red card, and you can see that pitching 100, all the 100 numbers are there. Boom. So 100 goes to this first column. It's a pitching check on the pitcher, and it's not versus the batter. It's just how well this pitcher, how good is this pitcher. Then any 200 numbers also comes off the pitcher card, but this is going to be broken up into lefty-righty switches, where versus left-handers or versus right-handers are your 200 numbers. So 100s and 200s are on your pitcher card. 300s and 400s are going to be on your batter card, as you can clearly see on Rennie Stennin. The 300s, again, are just how good is this batter? Just straight up, what does this batter do? And then 400s are basically versus the pitcher, versus left-handed pitchers and versus right-handed pitchers. Your 500 rolls, which we've already talked about, are the pain in the ass ones, which you have to look at it's a defensive error check against somebody. And you're going to take the percentile dice, and whatever number you roll, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's the position you're going to be doing, and then the final die is going to give you the results. So 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69 for the shortstop. Or 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, or 39 for the first baseman, etc. Right? So and then 500 to 509, because there is no zero position on those are rare plays. So 500s are your error, range checks, defensive things where you're going to have to look it up on players' cards, or you're going to have to use a defensive sheet, which is much quicker and easier, but it does have a lot of steps before you actually start that you need to do. The last 600, as you can see, if you look at the Riverfront Stadium, is a stadium card, and we're going to look at the results there. So 1 and 2 are the pitcher, 3 and 4 is the batter, 5 is your defense, 6 is the stadium. That's kind of ballpark what we're doing here. All right, and obviously with our dice roller, when I roll the dice, it's going to give you a black 1, which is the 6-sided dice, so I can know it's coming off the pitcher's card, and then 163. I would just look at 163, and I can see that is an F9 off of Don Gullet. Boom. It's a fly ball to right, and we move on to the next batter. And I've got all the batters set up according to the lineup for today, which I should actually have up here, shouldn't I? That would be awesome if I actually remembered one of these times before I started recording. But fortunately for you, it doesn't take me very long to actually go and do this for you guys. Thank you. There is your starting lineups. It is Rennie Stennin at second base. Manny Stagillan is the catcher. Al Oliver is center fielder. Willie Stargell at first base. Richie Zisk is in left field. Dave Parker's in right field. Richie Hebner is at third base, and Frank Taveras is the shortstop. Pitching today, Jerry Rice. Rice is and I will tell you here as soon as I find his card. Jerry Rice is a lefty. He's going to be a left-handed pitcher. So obviously when it comes off the batter card, we're going to look at the left-hander column. And for your Reds, it's going to be Pete Rose at third base. Joe Morgan at second base. Johnny Bench is the catcher. Tony Perez is at first base. George Foster is the left fielder. Dave Concepcion is your shortstop. Ken Griffey is the right fielder. Cesar Geronimo is the center fielder. And Dan's his brother. Don actually plays baseball. He is the starting pitcher today. And we will minimize that over there so you guys can see the cards. All right, any questions before we start? There shouldn't be any questions. I've done a wonderful job of explaining this game to you, so there shouldn't be any questions. What I could do is move this camera out of my way because I'm not going to be using the camera today. I am going to have free reign. Look at this. The first time in forever that I don't have things jammed in my face and jammed in my eyeballs, and all I have is a score sheet. Look at this. I don't even have a score sheet. I'm going to be keeping score today, boys, because I've got nothing else to do other than click on roll. I could roll the dice myself, but then I need a camera sitting here, like just inches from my head. Once in a while, it's nice to not have anything in your face. You guys that don't live stream, you don't know how important that is. Like, I got a microphone that's like inches away from my face. I got a camera that hovers over my head. Everything kind of condenses into your area. You have charts, you got cards, you got everything in the way. It's not very nice. So when the moment comes where you can just relax and have a nice open area, you have to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy this, my friends. We're going to have a good time tonight. Okay. All right, let me just make sure there's no questions. I don't think there'll be questions. You got the starting lineups today. I actually have two different screens, switching back and forth between them, whether Cincinnati is at bat or Pittsburgh's at bat. One thing I don't have is actual score card. So what I'm going to do here is create one real quickly. If you guys would like a score sheet, we should probably do that. So, all right, so just give me a second here. We're going to add a text, and it's going to say PITTSBURG-0. All right, and what we'll go fancy on this. We were going to go fancy on this. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make it gold. Like the text is going to be gold, right? And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to make a background. We're going to make the background black, and that should make it very nice and cool. But we're going to change. I hate Cabrera text. Ugh, I just hate Cabrera text. All right, so that's Pittsburgh 0. All right, good job. Now what we're going to do is we're going to copy this, go to our other tab back over here like this, and we're going to paste it in, boom, just like that. So Pittsburgh 0. Go back to the other one. So if you guys wouldn't mind, I want to know how many of you guys out there, how many of you guys in the chat right now, and there's 21 people watching this, so thank you all. How many of you guys actually watched this game or remember this game from 1975? All right, and we're going to copy this, and we're going to paste it in, and I'm going to change this, obviously. Cincinati, I believe is how you spell it. But obviously we need red because there. Cincinnati Reds. There we go. And now all we have to do is copy this, go to our other screen, Paste it in there. And we have Cincinnati. Boom, just like that. All right. So Pittsburgh 0, Cincinnati 0. Slash Deep Gaming was 2 years old in 1975. Phoenix Knight wasn't even born yet. Rodolph was 4 years from being born. SGJ Jammy was too young for that one. Trader Steve. Vague, but it was on TV, says Trader. So he remembers this one. Hissy Cat was 14. I was going to say in 1975, I was 9. So I don't remember anything until I was like 16, to be honest. I think I was left in the closet as a child, I swear. All right, let's get going. Let's do gaming. Marlon was 25, so he remembers this. I'm sure he remembers this game. 1975. Here we go. So, again, if you have any questions about what we're doing, we're just rolling a number. We're looking for the number, and hopefully we'll find the number, and we won't run into any questions. And, yeah, here we go. So, Don Gola takes the mound here. Game 1 in Cincinnati. This is the NLCS, National League Championship Series. Pittsburgh, Pirates in town to take them on. Again, everything we're doing tonight is free. You can download it for free on the season ticket website. You can download it all for free, nothing. And they do have a sale going on. Go watch Digital Dice, their Black Friday special. They go through every sports franchise and whether they're having a sale, what the codes are and everything, so you can save. I saved like $36 today. I ordered like 3 season files and it's like I saved like $36. So yeah, if you want to save some money, go check out their episode. Leave them a like as well while you're there. All right, here we go. So the season or the playoffs begin. Here we go. Don Gullett pitching. Oh, before we do start, some important information for Cincinnati, and this is good for your base runners, is Don Gold is an 8 to hold runners, which is very good, and Johnny Bench is an arm of 7, which is also very good. So I don't know how much stealing will be going on for Pittsburgh's side. Pittsburgh, Manny Sagrillan is an arm of 5, so you can see the difference there. Bench is 2 better. And Jerry Rice has a hold of 6, and Don Gullett's 2 better. So you can see a little bit of a difference. Reds might be able to get a little stealing done. We'll see. All right, so here we go. That's just, here we go. Don Gullett against Renan Stennon. Ronnie Stennon. Renan is his brother. Here we go. Anyways. 696. Are you kidding me? Right off the back, we're going to the 696 column. So, we're going to the 600, which is the stadium. 96. Now, if the home team was batting, you can see here we would add 5 to whatever we rolled. But it's not the home team batting. So, 96 is going to be a walk. So he is aboard with the walk. On to first base he goes. So what we would do is we would look, and just to show you how this game plays, and again, I'm not an expert at this game by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm going to show you at least how to play it. If I wanted to try and steal a base, what I would have to do is compare my speed rating and get the jump against the hold rating of Don Gullett. To get a good jump, I need to roll his hold rating plus 10. I have to roll higher than that. So you can see his hold rating is an 8. So I have to roll higher than an 18. So what I have to do is I have to roll the dice and the 2 10-sided dice, add those to my speed. And if I can roll higher than 18, or is it 18 or higher? I forget. I'm going to have to look it up. And then once he does to steal, if he gets a good jump, then he would roll all the dice, add all the dice total to his 5, and he's got to beat the catcher's arm plus 10. So that would be 17. He's going to have to beat a 17 once he steals, because Johnny Bench is an arm of 7. So he's got to beat 17, and he's only got to steal a 5, plus he would roll the 3 dice. So depending on what you roll on the dice. Anyways, he's going to take his walk to first base. And we're not going to risk anything right now. We're going to bring up Manny Sangillian. Sangillian. That's probably how you pronounce it. Manny Sangillian. I'm sorry, I mispronounced you, Manny. All right, here we go. Runner first. The windup in the pitch, 5-18. So, our defensive sheets are going to come into play right off the bat. We are going to look at Cincinnati's defensive sheets this time. Again, for you guys just joining us, these are sheets I put together. And we rolled, and anytime you roll a 5, we're going to look at the number, and it's a 1-8. The 1 represents which position we're looking at. In this case, 1 represents pitcher, which is Don Gullett. And then we're going to look at the 8 number, and that's going to determine if it's an out, a double play, an error, or whatever. And you can see with Don Gullett, a 14 to an 18 is going to be a base hit into center field. So, and you can actually see that right here as well on his actual card. The pictures are great because the cards are going to be out in front of you. You can see here a 514 to 518 is a base hit single into center field. So, with the runner first, I'm going to slide this sheet back over. And we have Sanjian, there. Yeah, Sanjian. All right. Probably would be easier for you if you colored the dice red, white, and blue. Well, that is what the default. That is true. It is because they give you red, white, blue, and they show you examples. But those are not the Pittsburgh Pirate colors. The Pittsburgh Pirate colors are black and gold. So we are hoping for a Pittsburgh Pirate victory. So we've gone black and gold today. I'm sorry for you Cincinnati Red fans. But we have a runner first and second now, as that is a base hit. And we have 2 batters in, and there's a runners at first and second, and nobody out. And that brings up Al Oliver, the center fielder. So here we go. Al looking at the ball, and Gullett shaking his head like, you got to be kidding me. Let's get a better roll. 233, and that's going to be off of his card. 233 against the lefty. Al Oliver, as you can see, is a lefty. 233 to 243 is a 4-6-3 double play, and that does come into play because we do have a runner first. It is a 4-6-3. That means the runner is going to move to third, and now there's 2 outs and a runner at third. So Al Oliver grounds it to second base, and we go back to our better things so you can see a little bit easier. I apologize, I've messed that up for you guys. But we have a runner moving over to third on the 233 4-6-3 double play. So he grounds it to second base. That's Joe Morgan. He flips it over to Concepcion. Concepcion throws it to first. Tony Perez stretches, makes the catch, double play. Moving up to third will be Ronnie Stenen. And now there's 2 outs for Willie Stargell. Willie Stargell's up, and here we go. Don Gullett trying to get out of this 255. He's a lefty, 255, and that would be a double play, but he doesn't need it. We're going to call that a 3 3 unassisted. Or 3-1. We'll just go 3-1 on it, and there you go. And so there is no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first inning here in the 20, not the 20, it's not the 20s, it's the 1975 NLCS Game 1. Roll remains scoreless going into the bottom of the first. And now, what I do over here, you guys don't see it, but basically I take my Riverfront Stadium and I slide it over in front of the other 2 cards so I don't accidentally read those 2. And so I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So I have the offensive and pitcher over on this side, and then I have the other team over on this side, and I just move this back and forth so I don't accidentally look at the wrong. That's pretty smart. I have years of experience doing this, my friends. Years of experience. I know these little things. Jerry Reese is up against Pete Rose. Here we go. And now I've got the Cincinnati lineup ready to go for you guys. Here we go. Jerry Reese against Pete Rose. The roll. 166. 166 is going to be a base hit single by Pete Rose. And Rose starts the game off with the base hits. And the plus means if there was a runner on, any runner would take 2 bases. So, unfortunately, nobody was on. Pete Rose is a speed of 3. Steal of 3. He actually had 0 stolen bases and was caught stealing once. So probably not much going on there. And now we got Joe Morgan up. I do like that they have those stats on the cards, because if you're not familiar and you're not sure, you can look down and say, oh, this guy's got 67 stolen bases. Let's try and steal. Right? Joe Morgan. All right, anyways, runner first. The roll, 381. 381 is going to be a walk. So Joe Morgan is going to walk, and the Reds have something going here in the bottom of the first. And that's why they call you IT Jesus. What is going on? So we got 2 men on and nobody out for the Reds now. And just like that, Johnny Bench is coming up. Johnny Bench is your catcher today. And you can see his arm rating is a 7. His range is an 8. A fielding of 7. He played 121 games. I like all these. I like the card layout. They are bigger cards. Keep that in mind. You are only going to print out 6 on every sheet of paper. Normally, like normal cards are 9. So they're going to be bigger than normal cards. Just keep that in mind. Anyways, Jerry Reese against Johnny Bench. The roll, 592. So this is going out to 9. So it's going to be the right fielder. So let's look at the right fielder for the Pirates. And again, I'm not going to do this every time. Just the first time I was just showing you. That's going to be the wrong sheet. So we'll go to the right sheet. So Dave Parker, that was a 92. We're going to look at 92. And so 90 to 94 is a fly ball caught in right field, and then it has R3 question mark exclamation point. And what that means is if there's a runner on third base, they have to try to they have to try to tag up and go home. And they're going to challenge Dave Parker's arm. And then we would go through that process, which we don't need to do because there's nobody on third right now. There's a runner at first, which is Joe Morgan, and there's a runner at second, which is Pete Rose. But there is nobody at third, so we can just assume that it was a pop out, and Pete Rose doesn't go anywhere. So that is going to do that. So next up is Tony Perez. 1 out here. 1 out in the top. bottom of the first. And Tony Perez is up. Let's see what he gets. We're rolling 426. He is a left-hander, 426, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. 426 left-hander. There it is, 6-4-3. And both pitchers get a double play, twin killing. And after one, we have no score here in Cincinnati. So we have the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds. 0-0 after one. Look at that. All right, we're going to start picking up the pace because this game will play super fast. And we're moving the stadium over to the other page. We're going here. We're going to Richie Zisk. We click over here. And you go back to the other sheet, and we go to the top of the second. Do you use the auto manager rules? That's over my head. I don't know what that means, so I would say no. Here we go. Don going against Richie Zisk. 192 is a grounder back to Gullet. Gullet picks it up and throws it to first. It's a 1-3 put out, as you can quickly see. Richie Zisk is out of there. Dave Parker's up. Dave is the right fielder. 273. He's a lefty. 273 is a deep fly to right field. Deep fly to right field. That is a 273. Yep. Against the left-hander, Dave Parker. So, Gullet gives up a deep one. What we're going to do is we're going to go to right field. And we're going to roll. Now, you would adjust for the temperature today. Right? So, what you do is you roll 2 10-sided dice and you add to the temperature, blah, blah, blah. And there's like a little thing you go through. But here's the thing. It's October. It's actually a day game. If you don't believe me, you can go look this up. 3 o'clock start. So it's a day game. So during the day in October, it's 52 degrees is your base temperature. So when you add the 2 D10s, you're going to get a number between 54 and 84. So there won't be any adjustment. So I didn't have to roll for it. I could have rolled for it, but I didn't. Anyways, we're going to add 2 D10s plus his power range. Dave Parker power is an 8. So we're adding 8 to it. We're going to look at the 2 yellow dice, add these together, and add 8 to it. What are we going to get? I don't know. Let's roll. We got a 12 and an 8 is a 20. We look at 20 and that is gone. Dave Parker, home run. And that gives the Pirates a 1-0 lead. Holy cow, who'd have thunk it? Our first time ever, and it's 1-0. In favor of the Pirates as Dave Parker hits a home run off of Don Gullet. And we have 1 out here in the top of the second. Richie Hebner with the roll. 5:23, so we're checking the catcher. That's Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench is a strikeout. 20-25 is Johnny Bench. Will be a strikeout. So Richie Hebner strikes out. Frank Tavares now with 2-way. 688. And that's going to be a single. Single by Frank Tavares. And that's going to bring up the pitcher spot. The pitcher spot is going to be this crappy little card there. So, but with 2 outs, there's not really any option. He's got to swing for it. So let's see what he can get. 446. 446. We're going to the I rating. And Jerry Reese I is a 4. So we're going to look at I and 4. And we rolled a, what, 446. So that would be a... he is actually a lefty. So you'd pop it up to third. But it's not going to matter. We're going to call it a P5. But the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. And now I can just go, oops, back to the start. And we can send you guys there. I do have to adjust the score on this side, which is a lot of extra work I'm doing. But what else is new? This man is an absolute star in the tabletop gaming world. He does it all. Sports sims, fantasy, historical, card games, and everything in between. Just give him props for what he does. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it, Doug. You know, I try to make it interesting for my viewers, and I try to give you the best help that I can, and do it in an interesting way. Anyways, who's up for Cincinnati? Let's see. We have 2 sheets going on today, so it's George Foster. So Foster up. George Foster. There we go. George Foster's up. And here we go. Jerry Reese, George Foster. The roll, 601. 601 is a strikeout. Foster, he's swinging at the Nietzsche's. And that's from Stratomatic, Delaware. Stratomatic, Delaware, when he used to do baseball games all the time. We miss that guy. We wish he would get back and do some things, but, you know, everyone needs a break every once in a while. So, Dave Concepcion, 375 left. 375. Where's 375? Here it is. 375. It's ground ball down to third. And over to first. That is going to be an out. 5-3 on the putout. If you're scoring at home, and why would you not be scoring this game? Why? Whew, what a game. Ken Griffey. This is very good. I like this. The only thing I'm not a big fan of, which we've already talked about, is the defensive rolls on 500 and anything is a pain in the ass. But if you take the time to do those defensive sheets, you don't need to go through your cards every 5 seconds. You can have everything off your table and relax and have a good game. Let's go. 1-0 Pirates. And it's Ken Griffey. And I'm going to probably say Ken Griffey Jr. because I like, and I've replayed many Ken Griffey Jr. games, but never, I don't know if I've ever done a Ken Griffey game. So if I accidentally say Ken Griffey Jr., you know I'm not talking about Jr. I'm talking about Senior here. Here, let's go. 138, and that's a fly ball. It's headed out to Dave Parker. I know that now. I'm starting to know where the positions are. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3. And we go to the top of the third. And it is 1-0. We flip you over here. Boom. I move the stadium machine over here so I don't accidentally look at the wrong cards. And we go to the top of the third. And it's going to be the top of the order. Rennie Stennon is up. Boom. Rennie walked his first time. 658. 658 is a ground ball down to third. 5-4 on 5-3 on the put out. Yes, because we would not need. There's nobody at second. Otherwise, it would have been a 5-4 put out. So Manny Sagria, Sangillen, Manny Sangillen. Man, why do I have a hard time with your name? I don't know. He singled his first time up. Let's see what he does this time. 596. So we're going to the right fielder. Right fielder. That's Ken Griffey. 96 is a double. You can't get to it. So a double. It's a double. So he's got a single and a double now. We have a runner at second. Bringing up Al Oliver. Here we go. Dan Gullett giving up another hit. He's given up 4 hits so far. 2 singles, a double, and a home run. Al Oliver, 430 left-hander. 430 is going to be a 4.63 double play, but it's just going to be a 4-3 with the runner moving to third. And now with 2 outs, again, the Pirates with the runner at third base. Runner at third base for the Pirates. Manny Sangan, sorry. Bernard, you're doing a good job of helping me, man. I know you are. You're doing a good job. It's just I'm terrible with names. Bernard, I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong to be So Oliver grounds over to right, which is Joe Morgan. Morgan's got no play other than first. That's going to move the runner down the line over to third. And Willie Stargell now, who grounded down to first base his first time up. Let's see what he does here. 466 left-hander, 466. And that's going to be a double. A double. 466. Versus a left-hander is a double. Yes, it is. And Willie Stargell with the double. And the Pirates pick up another run. The Pirates are up 2-0 here in Cincinnati. 2-0 now. And Willie Stargell's at second. And that would make Stratomatic Delaware happy, as he is a big, huge 70 Pirates fans. I mean, he's got like a 70s Pirates hat and everything. It's crazy. He loves this, loves these teams. So Richie Zisk, runner at second. Richie Zisk. Here we go. Wind up in the pitch. 289. He is a righty. 289. And that's a deep to left. Oh boy, here we go. Deep to left this time. His power's an 8. Oh boy, Richie Zisk is an 8. We got no temperature change, so we're going to add the 2 yellow dice together and add 8 to it. 8 and 0 is actually a 0. And so that's 8 plus 8 is 16 to left field. Is going to be a fly ball out to left field, F7. And that's going to do it. But the Pirates pick up one more run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 in favor of the Pirates. And yes, I need to update this side as well. 2-0 Pittsburgh here in Cincinnati. Game 1. You guys having a good time? Are you interested in who wins this? Is this game system season ticket? Is this interesting at all to you? We got Caesar. Oh, I have to switch my cards. I have to move this over. I need to move that's okay. That's good. All right, so we should be good. Manny Seguin. All right. Yes, I'm going to keep saying it over and over again until I get it. Jerry Reese against Cesar Geronimo. And yes, I can say Geronimo, but I can't say Seguin. All right. Caesar. Here we go. The windup and the pitch. 289. He is a lefty. And it's a deep to right field. So we're going to right. He's a +3. Adding the 2 yellows. That's 11 plus 3 is the 14. 14 is going to be an F9 plus, and there's a bunch of other things. If there's a runner at second, he might try to tag up, blah, blah, blah. But it's just simply an F9 without anyone on base. And that brings up the pitcher spot. And Don Gullett will pitch, or will bat. 462. That is his I rating. And his I is a 3. So we're under the 3 column. 462 is a pop up to F5. So over to third base. And two-way here for Jerry Reese. Two-way. And Pete Rose, who started the game off with a single. 120 against the right-hander. 120. And that is what this says is look at 3XX instead of this number. So we look at 320 and that's going to be a base hit. 320 is a base hit. So Pete Rose is 2 for 2 on the day. And again, no stolen bases, 1 caught stealing. He's not going anywhere. And it brings up Joe Morgan with 2 away. Rose at first. 274. He's a left-hander. 274, and that's going to be ground ball down to third. It's going to be, we'll call it 5. Oh, no, wait. We actually look at, wait a minute, 5-4X. So we're going to look at the 544. 44 is going to be a 4-3 put out by Rennie Stennon. So it's going to be it would be a 4-3 put out. And that's going to do it. The Reds, goose egg on the board so far for the Reds through 3 innings. And, we go to the top of the 4th. And we go. Move this over here. Slide this over here. Hit this over here. And we are ready to go. Ron McGareth, sorry. Again, terrible with names. I think STB is a great system. Season ticket baseball is a great system. I'm just hoping his numbers and his math is good behind the scenes. So far, it seems pretty good. I know when I played the beta version, and it was way out of control. Like, there was way too many runs. There was way too many hits. I'm hoping that that was beta. So I'm sure he's, hopefully fine-tuned his math since then. And we'll see how it goes. Top of 4 and due up is Dave Parker. I don't know if you guys remember Dave Parker back in the 2nd inning. He said, "See you later, alligator," and hit one out of the park. Just boom, crushed it. All right, so Dave Parker's up again. 324. It's a strikeout. Dave Parker striking out. And that brings up Richie Hebner, who struck out his first time at the plate. 280. He is a left-hander, 280, and that's deep to right. He's a 7. 7 plus 5 is a 12. That's not good. That's an F9. Not very deep that time. Hebner got under it just a little bit. That brings up Frank Tavares. 627, and that's an F6 in the infield. And catching that one is going to be the shortstop, Concepcion. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. That was a quick 1-2-3 inning by Mr. Gullett. We go to the bottom of the 4th. See, this game can cruise. When you're just getting results and rolling, it can, boom, boom, boom. It can go really nicely. It can flow really well. And I know that's important to Dave Garner, getting the game to flow. And I think this game, getting it to flow, it's not going to be there too hard. So we have to go to Cincinnati batting now, don't we? Yes, we do. All right. Here we go. Cincinnati is up. And I already hit that over there. I don't know why I didn't do that. There we go. So it is Johnny Bench is up. Johnny, who flew out to right field his first time up. Let's see what he does this time. 595. So he's going to right field again. And we're looking at the right fielder again. I'm going to show you guys this just because. Right? Just because. Again, my little defensive sheets. You guys might not know what I'm doing. All I'm doing is looking at my sheet over here on my other screen. I can look at Dave Barker, and I can look at what number he rolled, 95. And I can see 95 is an F9. Boom. I can just, like, instantaneously. I don't need to dig through cards. I don't need to try and find them. I know it's an F9. And that's exactly, I think, the number he rolled last time, which is really weird. He rolled the same number twice now, because I think the last time he was up, we did that. I'm going to have to go back and check and see if he rolled a 595. That is crazy. All right, Tony Perez. Tony, he grounded into the 6-4-3 ending, soul-killing, rally-killing double play in the first. 445 this time. 445. Where are you, Tony? 440. 445. And that's going to be all. Look at that. 444 was an out. 445. Oh, no. Versus a lefty. Hang on. 445. 4. Blah, blah, blah. 445, Jester, against a left-hander is a strikeout. Jerry Reese is a strikeout. Tony Perez, that is a strikeout. Sorry, I looked at the wrong column. It'd be a single versus right-handed batters. Versus lefties, it's a strikeout. My bad. George Foster's up with two-way. 283, and that is going to be problems. He's a right-hander. 283, and it's deep to center. So we're going to look at the center. He has a power of 9. George Foster, how many home runs? 23 home runs. He's got a power of 9. We're at 9 to the 2 yellow dice. That is a 6 and 9 is a 15 to center field. Is going to be an F8. Not deep enough. Not enough oomph. You got to get your Wheaties, boys. That's twice the Reds have failed the home run check now. And that is a super quick 1, 2, 3 inning. We go to the 5th. You know what the score is? Boys, you know what the score is, and I did it again. I apologize. I want to show you guys, and I forget to click on the right screen. I apologize. Baseball demos. Oh, shoot, I'm in the wrong. I was looking for Strat Max. Oh, you're killing me. Baseball demos. So good to see you, my friend. We're playing Season Ticket here. We're playing it here. We're showing people how to play it. We're having a good time with it, and thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it. You know what I did hear, though? I heard that like button, like, I hear it's broken. Like, if you guys hit that like button, maybe you can make sure it's not broken for me. That would be awesome. We go to the top of the 5th inning. It is 2-0 Pirates. This is the NLCS 1975. I don't normally play 1975, but these are free files. You can download these files for free and play what I'm playing here. You can also download 1986 files too. I think they got the Final Four from 1986 as well. So if you don't like 75, maybe you like 86. You can download those for free at the Season Ticket website. And again, they have a sale going on right now. Go check out Digital to Dice. They'll give you all the information, what you need to do to get your 25% off. So there you go. Baseball demos. It's about time you showed up. I know, right? What, you slacker? All right, so we are going back to Frank. And it's going to be Jerry Reese is up, the pitcher. And yes, he's going to bat. He's up 2-0, so we're just going to leave him in. 273. He is a... Jerry Reese is a lefty. Bats left as well. So 273. 273 is deep to right field versus the left-hander. But the pitcher, Jerry Reese, has 0 power. So we're going to take the 2 yellows, roll them, and that is a 6. And that is actually, oh my gosh, is this going to be funny if this works out? It was a deep to right field. A 6 to right field is a base hit single. Because he doesn't have enough strength to get it out. He didn't hit it very far. It's a single. Jerry Reese, with the single. Are you kidding me? It's a 6. He's got 0 power, so we rolled 2 yellow dice. You add those together, that's a 6. That's going to be, and then if there's a runner at second, he would try to tag up. But that is a single by Jerry Reese. And we go back to the top of the order now. It's Rennie Stennant. Stennant. Yeah. Reggie Stennant. Pronounced Jerry Royce? That's Jerry Royce. All right, Jerry Royce. Well, okay, Jerry Royce. Like is in Rolls Royce. We're going to call him Rolls Royce from now on. All right. Oh, it's the lucky black and yellow dice that somebody complained about earlier. They didn't complain. I'm using the black and yellow for the Pittsburgh, and they're up 2-0, and the pitcher's getting a base hit. So it's Don Gullett, 108, and we're going to get 308, and 308 is going to be a strikeout off of. We're in the 5th inning here, and that would be why everything's out of alignment there. So Stennon is out. 1 away for Manny Sangillen. Manny Sanjian. Manny Sanjian. I think we're going to go with that until I hear differently. Anyways, Manny being 689. And that is a base hit and two pluses. And Jerry Reese is going to go to third base. And a single by Manny. And that is going to put runners at the corners with 1 out. And Don Gullett shaking his head, still can't believe that the Pirates are all up in his business like this. And it's Al Oliver. A very, very important time of the game. Here we go. And I think the defense is going to play back. They're going to go for 2 here. They're going to go for 2. If the run scores, so be it. 1 out. Al Oliver and the windup in the pitch. 115 from Don Gullett. 115 means we go to the 315. 315 is going to be a strikeout on Al Oliver. He's swinging at the meat cheese. Better yet, there's a breaker out there. Everyone get your surfboard. There's a breaker. There's a big breaker, and that one fell in for a strike. 2 strikeouts now by Don Gullett, and we have Willie Stargell. Now, Willie hit a double in the 3rd and a ground ball to first in the 1st inning. He's 1 for 2. Let's see what he can get done with the runners at the corners. 404, and that's going to load the bases. As he walks, that's ball 4. We got runner at 3rd, which is Jerry Reese, better known as Rolls Royce. Sorry, Jerry Royce, better known as Rolls Royce. We got Manny Sanguian. Now we got all the players I can't pronounce on base. Oh my God, Manny Sanguian at 2nd, and Willie Stargell's at 1st. And that brings up Richie Zisk. I can't pronounce his name. It's Dave Gardner. He's here. What's going on, Dave? I've been telling everyone about the sale, and go watch your video over there at Digital to Dice, and you can save. I saved $25 today because you guys. So thank you for that. I ordered like 3 PDFs. I downloaded them. I already got them on my computer. I'm ready to go. But this, what you're seeing here, is free. You can download this for free. I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. Bases are loaded for Richie Zisk here in the top of the 5th. It is 2-0 Pittsburgh. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Johnny Bench gives him the sign. Don Gullett. The windup and the pitch, 207. 207 versus a right-hander is a 407. We look at 407, and that is a walk versus a left-hander. That is a walk. He's going to walk in a run. And the pitcher comes in. Jerry Rolls-Royce comes in to score. It is 3-0 Pittsburgh, and the bases stay loaded. The bases stay loaded, and Pittsburgh takes a 3-0 lead. And that brings up Dave Parker. Now, do you pull Don Gullett is the question. Like, when do you pull Don Gullett and say, holy crap, what PDF seasons did I get? That is a great question. I got to look at my downloads because I completely forgot. I got 2009, I got 1991, and I got 2022. I wanted to get a nice variety from different seasons, or, from different eras. So I got 2022, I got 2009, and then I got 1991. I got all three of those seasons today, right now, just a little bit ago. So Richie Zisk walks. That brings up Dave Parker. Now, Dave Parker, 1 for 2 with a home run. If he hits a home run this time, it's going to count for a lot of runs. Richie Zisk, hang on, it's Dave Parker. Here we go. Dave Parker's up. Don Gullett. I don't think we're going to pull Don yet. He's only given up 3 runs, but he's in the danger zone if he doesn't get the job done here. Dave Parker. Here we go. 616 is an F4. Popped it up. F4. And that is 3 outs. And the bases will no longer be full. But the Pirates pick up another single run. Dave Parker with the bases loaded. Can't deliver. He popped him up to second base. And that's going to do it. 2 strikeouts in the inning. But the pitcher who started this inning off with a single. Yes, pitchers can bat. Scores the run, and it's 3-0 in favor of your Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll switch you over on that screen. I got to switch my score sheet. I got to move the thing on the screen, and we should be good to go for the bottom of the 5th inning. We are cruising now. Here we go. Dave Concepcion. Dave is grounded to third base. Let's see what he does this time against Jerry Rolls-Royce. 656, but we add 5 because the home team's batting. So 661. And that's going to be a ground ball hit down to third base. 5-3 on the putout. Dave Concepcion. That brings up Ken Griffey. Griffey flew out to right field his first time up, 228. He's a left-hander. 228 would be a ground ball to short. 6-3 put out, 2 ground outs so far. Cesar Geronimo up. And Rolls-Royce going for another 1-2-3 quickie. 221 against a lefty is another 6-3, and that is a 5-3, 6-3, 6-3. If you're scoring at home, that is 3 outs. That means we go to the 6th inning just like that. It stays 3-0 in favor of the Pirates. We got to switch your screen over here to back over in this way. I got to move this over here. I got to move this over here. And we have Richie. Richie's up. Richie Hebner. Here we go. Don Gullett's going to start out pitching here in the 6th. His spot isn't due up until... He is due up first next inning, so he's going to try to get through this inning, and then they'll pinch hit for him. So Don Gullett against Richie Hebner. 6-19. That's going to be another pop up to second base. Concepcion calls everyone off. Get away from it, he says. I got you. Frank Tavares. Frankie. Now, Jerry Rolls-Royce. Let's see what his endurance stamina is. Stamina is 6. He can go one more inning. But we got to get through Frank Tavares first. 174. And that's going to be a single off of Gollins. And that is perfect because now we can try to sacrifice. We can try and sacrifice. And I need the sacrifice chart. So everyone hang on a second. Because you have to get that out of the rule booklet. So hang on. Let me find the sheets that I can use to sacrifice. Because there's one chart you use for everyone. I will show it to you momentarily. Here we go. There's one chart no matter what you use. And here it is. Alright. I can minimize this. I can close this. I can, for this out, I will actually have to show you because I won't be able to show you the right information unless I show you this screen. Here we go. So I can close this nonsense out of the way. There you go. So here is your sacrifice charts. Again, this is in the free rules. You can download the free rules. It has it in there. You use this for everyone. You just roll the dice and add the bunt rating. So his bunt rating is 5. For Jerry Rolls-Royce is a 5. So we're going to add all the dice up, add 5 to it, and see what we get. That's 11 and 5 is a 16, and that is going to be a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. All right. Well, Jerry Rolls-Royce with the bad sacrifice. He's going to take over at first base because it was went to first base. We'll call it 3 to 6. 3 to 6 put out and Tavares is out. Royce will go to first, and that is going to do it for that. All right, so that was very anticlimactic there. And now Rennie is back up. Rennie with the runner is 630, and that is going to be an F6. And that's going to do it. Boom, we're done with the top of the 6th. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. Still 3-0 Pittsburgh. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And it's going to be a pinch hitter coming in for Don Gullett. So I am going to have to look at the Cincinnati folder. Let's see who is coming in. Probably not. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably better than nothing. That's probably fine. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to switch you guys over because I don't have his thing ready to go. So Doug Flynn is going to come in here in the bottom of the 6th to pinch hit. Doug Flynn. And he is coming in the bottom of the 6th inning to pinch hit for Don Gullett. So it's Royce and Doug Flynn. 200. exactly is going to go to 400. 400 against the lefty is going to be a walk. So Doug Flynn is going to walk. So he's aboard. He actually had 3 stolen bases on the season, but probably not going to be risking it too much today. Down 3 runs, and Pete Rose coming up. So we're back to Pete Rose and Jerry Rolls-Royce. And the windup in the pitch. 5-0-2. So we got a... Oh, Jesus. We got a rare play. Our first hiccup in the game. As we need the rare play charts with the runner at first. And these you'll have to print off of the... out of the main rule book. And so we have, again, I will share my screen with you. We have runner in first, less than 2 outs. Yes. We have Doug Flynn, and we have nobody on. So we're going to roll the dice and see what we get. 234. So 234 is a 6-3 double play. A hard ground ball up the middle. The shortstop fields his steps to second to force out the runner at first. The shortstop may complete a double play by successfully challenging the batter's speed. Okay, here we go. So, how do you do this? Well, I'm going to show you guys. It's the runner's speed, which is in this case, Pete Rose, is 3. And whenever you're challenging someone, they add 10 to whatever their rating is. So in this case, Pete Rose is a total speed of 13. And the shortstop, we need his arm rating, which happens to be... Who is on shortstop today? For the Pirates, it is Frank Tavares. Fortunately, I can just look at my cards that I actually have here. And I can see that his arm at shortstop is a 2. So I'm going to add the 2 10-sided dice to his rating. And it's got to beat the other guy's rating. So let's see. I rolled a 7. And a 2 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. And Pete Rose, we said, was a run rating of 3, or speed of 3, plus 10 is 13. So it ended up 11-13. Rose wins, so it's not a double play. That's how you do that, just like that. But it's going to be a 6-3 put out there, and a fielder's choice for Rose as he takes over at first base with 1 away now. So that was a interesting rare play. Not what I would consider super rare, but that's all right. I like how, sometimes rare plays just have to be, interesting things. It doesn't have to be like, broken bat towards the pitcher, roll to see if he dives out of the way or else he dies from being impaled by the bat or, something crazy like that. So that's Pete Rose. He's at first. Again, no stolen bases. Caught stealing once. He's not going anywhere. We're not even going to hold him. Joe Morgan, on the other hand, we would hold him. We would actually tie him up. In fact, I would pay someone to tie his shoelaces when he wasn't looking together. Here we go. Joe Morgan. 199. That's going to be a blooper. It's a double. It's a blooper. It's a double. And the bloopers are interesting because if there's 2 outs, you get an extra base, but if there's less than 2 outs, you don't get an extra base because you have to wait to see if it lands or if they catch it. So Pete Rose is only going to go to second. No, that's not true because that's a double, a bloop double. He's going to go to third, and it's going to be a bloop double. 199, yes it is. By Joe Morgan. And so we got runners at second and third with 1 out for Johnny Bench. Ooh, decision time. Do you walk Johnny Bench, load the bases, and go for the double play, or do you play your infield in? Infield in, or set up the double play. Right now it's 3-0. Charlie Hustle is safe at first, says Doug. That's true. But wait. What if I want to see someone who's impaled by a broken bat? Oh, that's nice, Phoenix Knight. I tell you. You're a sick man, boy. You're a sicko. All right. What are we going to do? I think we're going to play our defense in. We're going to play defense in. We're going to pinch to Johnny. Are we going to pitch to Johnny Bench? He's 283 average. Let's see. Tony Perez is at 282, so they're about the same. He's a right-hander. And they're both right-handers, so we don't have the matchup with Rolls Royce against Johnny Bench. Yeah, we're going to play our defense in. Here we go. Defense in. Let's go for it and see what happens. 139. 139 is an F9. F9, but not deep. You notice there's no question marks or like, let's see. Like this, like runner at second move. F9, it's just an F9. There's no advancement. There's no explanation points. Explanation point means the runner tries to come home. F9 means it's a shallow ball and they don't challenge the arm of Dave Parker. And now with 2 outs, that brings up Tony Perez. Johnny Bench got under it. And Tony Perez, I could be wrong, but I don't believe if there's no statement there, you can't send the runner. So Tony Perez, here we go. Runner at second and third, defense back in normal. Looking for one more out. 390 is a pop-up into foul territory. It's curving, and it's going to be an out, F3. And that's going to do it. The Reds pick up 2 hits, no runs, no errors. We go to the 7th inning, and we got a new pitcher coming in. And who is this pitcher, you might want to know? That is a great question. I will share that with you momentarily. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see who we have coming in. All right. I think we're doing it kind of. I wanted to make sure that we were going to do something that was going to screw up everything, and a good thing I checked, because in this game in real life, Gullett pitches all 9 innings, so we don't have anyone to base who's going to come in. So we're going to have to play it by ear. In this case, we're playing Clay Carroll is going to come in. So we're going to new pitcher coming in the 7th. And that is going to be Clay Carroll coming in the 7th for the Reds. He's a right-hander, so now we're going to look, obviously, always on the right-hand side. Pittsburgh up 3-0, top of 7. The Reds have had runners at first to second in the first inning. Hang on. In the first inning, and they had a runner at first in the 3rd inning, and then they had runners at first or second and 3rd in the 6th inning, and they still have not scored yet. All right, so Clay Carroll against Manny Seguin. That's what we're going with. Seguin, he's 3 for 3 on the day. He's 2 singles and a double, Manny Seguin. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Holy crap. a single in the first, a double in the third, and a single in the fifth. 3 for 3. Can he go 4 for 4? That's a 170, and that is going to be a bloop single, and he's 4 for 4. Holy cow, he's 4 for 4. Are you kidding me? He had 5 stolen bases on the season. He was caught stealing 4 times. Probably not going to send him again. But that's going to bring up Al Oliver. He's 4 for 4 on the day. Al Oliver now. Oliver's 0 for 3s. Grounded twice to second base. That would be Concepcion. And he struck out in the 5th. Let's go. 5:53. We're going to check the third baseman. 53. That sounds like a double play. 53. No, it's a 5-3 put out. So, 5-3, a fielder's choice for Al Oliver, who hustles down the line. Rustling down the line to keep out of that double play. And boy, it was a good thing you did, buddy. So that brings up Willie Stargell. Willie Stargell, runner at first. Al Oliver, he's probably not, let's see. Yeah, 4 stolen bases. Yeah. They got the big boppers coming up with Stargell and Zisk and Parker. So, yeah. Well, now let's just let them see if we can get a hold of another one. So, Willie Stargell, he's got a power of 8. Let's see what we can get done. 364. He's a lefty. 360. Oh, he strikes out. Well, Stargell's striking out. So that's 2 away now. And Risky Zisk. How about Richie Zisk? Ooh. 135. And it's a pop-up into left field. And that is no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 7th inning stretch time. Stretch it out, boys. Oh, you're going to hurt yourself. Stretch it. Ugh. Come on now. Stretch it. Here we go. Stretch time. And the question is, Royce. Rolls-Royce. Do we pull the Rolls-Royce? He's given up a double, a walk in the 6th inning. Yeah, probably going to have to pull him. And who are we going to go with? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see who. We have to switch your. There we go. And Rolls-Royce is. And. I'm looking to see. They're going to bring the right-hander in, Larry Demery. That's what they're going to do. So we got a new pitcher coming in the 7th. And that is going to be Larry Demery. Larry Demery is coming in the 7th inning. So 7th inning stretch time. Larry Demery against Tony Perez. Here we go. No, it's not again. Oh boy, did I screw up? No, George Foster's actually up. So yes, he's a right-hander. So yes, we will continue with this maneuver. Even though I almost screwed up. All right. Here we go. Demery versus George Foster. The windup and the pitch. It's a 408. He's a right-hander. 408, and that would be a ground ball hit at the shortstop. Frank Tavares. Couldn't remember who was at short for some reason. 6-3 on the putout by Foster. And brings up Dave Concepcion. Concepcion grounded twice to third base, believe it or not. 585. This one's going to center field, 585. On my defensive sheet is Al Oliver. And that is going to be a double as Al Oliver can't get to it. Cannot get to it. That is a double. 85 to 87 is a double. Oof. All right. And now we have Ken Griffey with the runner at second, one away. Uh-oh, we're chesting. Uh-oh, this is going to be bad. The first baseman, 538. Stargell, 38, and that's going to be a base hit into right field. Base hit into right field, and that is just no plus symbol or anything. So I think it's just a one base advance, and they have runners at the corners with one away. And that brings up Cesar Geronimo. Oh boy. Concepcion's at third. Griffey at first. They're going to stay back. They're going to drive for the double play. They're up 3-0. They can give up a run. Let's see what happens here. Demery against Geronimo. The windup in the pitch. 426. Right-hander. And that is a base hit versus a righty against a lefty. It would have been a strikeout. Wow. That is a base hit, and the run's going to come in to score as Concepcion trots home, and the Reds are aboard. Griffey will stop at second, and then his back-to-back-to-back hits. A double, a single, and a single. What is Larry Demery doing? Who knows? It is now, hang on. I've got scoreboard all messed up. First of all, it's 3 for you guys, and it's 1 for you guys. I don't know why I had 2 and 0 on there. Let's change this as well while I'm thinking about it. Make sure this one is right. Okay, 3 and 1. And they have runners at first and second. But that brings up the pitcher spot, which is Clay Carroll you just brought in. And there is 1 out. Do you pinch hit? I think you got to pinch hit. At this point, you have to pinch hit. So, I just need to figure out who Cincinnati has. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're going to go ahead and pinch hit. Oh no, I just closed that. I should not have closed that. That was dumb. Now I've got to reopen. That was pretty dumb, as I just closed the one file that has all the cards on it. That was pretty dumb. All right, fortunately, I got it back. Okay, so pitcher out. We're going to bring in John Vukovic. Let's try John Vukovic. Again, I'm kind of going on a whim here because they got a bunch of right-handers. Could be anybody. But, yeah, we're going to bring in the John Vukovic. And they're going to bring him in the 7th inning. John Vukovic coming in the 7th. And how do you... Okay, we'll see what happens. Vukovic in. And we have runner at first and second. Griffey's at second. Geronimo's at first. Concepcion is in, and John Vikovic is up. And Larry Demery needs to get it out here. 164, and that is not going to do it as he walks the bases loaded. And that is going to be it for Larry Demery, who's really terrible. Not very good either. And they're going to have to bring in Ken Britt. So they're going to bring in Ken Brett, the lefty. Ken Brett. And he's coming in the top of the 7th inning. Still in the 7th inning. Still, this inning is continuing going on. And now we have bases loaded here. And still only one out. They're going to play back. Go for the double play. Ken Brett against Johnny Bent. No, it should be Pete Rose. Why is it not Pete Rose? There, it should be Pete Rose. There we go. So Pete Rose is switch hitting against Ken Brett. Brett needs to get it out for the Pirates. 148, and that's a fly ball. It's hit into right field, and that will be an out. Two-way. Brett finally does what Larry Demi couldn't do and get it out. And now it's Joe Morgan. Morgan with a double in the 6th inning. Really would like to do that again for the Reds. 324. 324 is a fly ball to right, and that's going to do it. 2 fly balls to right. And Ken Brett comes in and shuts the door on the Reds. We go to the 8th. Shutting the door. We're going to need a new pitcher for the top of the 8th for the Reds. And that is going to be somebody. Who is it going to be? It's not Clay Carroll. It's not Don Gullett. And it's not Fred Norman because he starts the next game pitching. It's going to be... who's up? Dave Parker's up. Dave Parker is a lefty. Let's see if they have any lefties in the pen here. There, Tom Hall's a lefty. He's an RP relief pitcher. So it's going to be Tom Hall. Coming in the 8th, Tom Hall to face off against Dave Parker. Here we go. And I got to switch you guys over here. Tom Hall and Dave Parker. There you go. 3-1. The Reds are on the board. Top of the 8th inning now. Here we go. Tom Hall and Dave Parker. The roll. 5-14. So that's a check on Tom Hall himself. And you can see 5-14 is a base hit. Inner center field. Right there on his card. And that is a base hit by Dave Parker. And Parker, 8 stolen bases, caught 6 times. What's his hold rating? His hold rating is a 5. Speed 3, steal 3. Not very good. So Parker will wait on Richie Habner to do something. Richie Habner, Tom Hall. 369. He's going to pop it up to third. 369. Pops it up to third. And that's going to bring up Frank Tavares. Runner at first. 500 exactly, which is another rare play. Here we go again. Rare play with runner on first and less than 2 outs. Roll the dice. 644. Okay, here we go. 644 is the same as above, but the batter is ejected. What? Uh-oh. Somebody's getting thrown out. Frank Tavares is getting thrown out of the game. Ground ball to the left side. First baseman makes a diving stop. Tosses the ball to the pitcher just as the batter reaches the bag. Batter is called out, leading to an argument between the pitcher, the batter, and the umpire that allows R1 to reach third base. R1 may score by challenging the pitcher's arm. Same as above, but the batter is ejected for bumping the umpire. So, it's ground ball to the left. And the first baseman makes a diving stop, tosses the ball to the pitcher, just as the batter reaches the bag. Batter's out, leading to an argument between the pitcher and the batter and the umpire that allows the runner on first, which is Parker, to go all the way to third base. On the, we will call this 3-1 put out. But he could actually, Parker could, we could have he might go home. Let's see what this could be interesting. Parker, they're distracted as they're yelling at the umpire, and Parker's taking off for home maybe. Let's see what his speed, he's only a 3. First base is who? No, it's the pitcher who's got the ball now. And so it's the pitcher's arm. Yeah, it does say that. So pitcher's arm. Let's see what the pitcher's arm rating is. His arm is a 1. Oh, that means we need an 11. Yes, we're sending him home, boys. We're sending him home on the rear play. There we go. So it is going to be a Dave Parker. If we go back to Parker, you can see Parker's speed is a 3. You add 2 10-siders together, he needs to beat the arm plus 10, so that's 11. So 3 plus 2 dice, he's got to beat 11. Here we go. He's coming home. The throw. He's out. Oh, at the plate, he's thrown out on the 1. We'll call that 1-2 put out. And it's a double play to end the inning. And the rare play. All right. I like that. That was pretty good. It was worth the risk. I think we had a pretty good shot of scoring there. But we go to the bottom of the 8th. I thought we had it. That was going to be an epic moment. And we are going to the bottom of the 8th. 3-1. Stays 3-1 as Johnny Bench tags out Dave Parker. The throw from Tom Hall just in time as they were arguing. And now, wait a minute. Tavares was also thrown out of the game, which means we need to find somebody who can come in and play shortstop. Oh, God. I don't even know if I have anyone here that can play shortstop. Let's see. Left field. It's Mario Mendoza is coming in. Mario Mendoza, but I don't even have his card, so everyone just be patient for a second as I have got to bring up the card. The team sheet. I got to go to Pittsburgh. And I got to go to batters. And we're going to find Mario Mendoza. And I've got to save his card. And now I'm going to move it in and rename it. We're going to copy this. And we're going to put it in Pittsburgh. Paste. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to rename this to 8 and Mendoza. Mario Mendoza. There we go. Tavares. And I will have to rename his card. Hello. Rename. Oops. There we go. And so he should now be out of the lineup. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Let's just make sure. Yep, there you go. All right. So Mendoza in. And Tavar Mario. Mendoza is coming in the eighth inning. Okay, Mario Mendoza's in case we need him. All right. PJ, what's going on? RJL Network, how you guys doing? Good to see you guys. We're gonna try and finish this. We are in the where are we? We're in the bottom eighth, and it is Johnny Bench time. Johnny Bench is up. Johnny Bench flew out 3 times to right field. Is he gonna do it 4? Can he be 4 for 4? Do we have? Yes, we got the right thing over here. Go. And it is an 8, so it's a center field, but a 9 is going to be probably an error. That's probably an error. 89 is probably an error. And I got to bring up my sheet. And I brought up Cincinnati sheet. I need to bring up my other sheet, which is Al Oliver. And an 89 for sure is going to be a single into center field. So it's a base hit by Johnny Bench. As he didn't hit it to right field, it fell in. So Tony Perez now. Tony Perez. Tony Perez is 0 for 3. So we're just going to let Ken Brett go. 336. 336. Tony Perez strikes out. Second time he struck out so far. George Foster is 0 for 3 as well. 224 versus a right-hander. 224. It would be a 4-6-3 double play, and that's exactly what it is. 4-6-3, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th. 3-1 is your score. We go to the 9th. And let's see what we got here. Tom Hall, when did you come in? Yeah, he could probably pinch the 9th. We'll go ahead and... Oh, and due up is the pitcher spot. So we're going to have a pinch hitter. Pinch hitter coming in for Pittsburgh. And that is going to be Willie Randolph. So we will bring in Willie Randolph here. And I probably have to do it like this for now, because I'm not going to have time to put him in the lineup just for this one time. So Willie Randolph, and let's adjust his huge screen here for no reason. Let's adjust it to normal size. All right, so Willie Randolph is coming in to pinch hit. And we're in the 9th inning. New batter, Willie Randolph, Tom Hall. We'll leave Tom in. Let's see how Tom does. And the windup and the pitch. 375 is a ground ball to third base. And that was a kind of a waste. But, you know, we have to do what we have to do. I guess now I can be back to his Tom Hall against Rennie Stennon. Here we go. 1 out, top of 9. 132 is going to be 332. 332 is a pop-up to first for Manny Seguin. 683, and that is going to be a base hit, single, and 1, 2, Manny Seguin is 5 for 5. He's got 4 singles and a double. Manny Seguin. Know how to pronounce his name because the man can frickin' hit. He can hit. Whoo! 5 for 5. Just took advantage of the season ticket sale. Black Friday. Check it out. Digital to Dice. They just did an episode. Every sports sim market company. What kind of sales, the codes, everything you need. Go check it out over on Dave Garner's channel, Digital to Dice. Go watch it. You're going to save $36 like me. Go do it. It's well worth it. And then leave a like and a comment and say thanks. All right. So, runner at first is Seguin. He was 5 for 5. I don't know if I mentioned this. The guy can freaking hit. Good Lord. Al Oliver is 0 for 4 on the day. Woof. 282. And that's trouble. That's a deep fly. He's a lefty, so it's a deep fly to right. Al Oliver's a 7 plus 2, the 2 yellow dice. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 7 is 19, and that is gone! Al Oliver with the home run here in the top of the 9th inning, and 2 runs come in, and that might just be the backbreaker that knocks out the Reds. Al Oliver into deep right field. That one is out of here, gone. And that is it for Tom Hall. And they're going to bring in Will McKinney. Will McKinney is coming in to pitch. Will the Thrill is coming in the 9th. And that is going to be 5-1 is your score now. Ooh, that is a backbreaker there. 5-1. Al Oliver and Willie Stargell. Will McKinney. Is that what you guys see? It is what you see. Here we go. And this is all happening with 2 outs now. And 1 out away. 245 against the lefty. 245 is ground ball 3-1, and that's going to do it. But they're going to put up 2 runs in the top of the 9th. It is 5-1. And we got a new pitcher coming in for the bottom of the 9th. We got to find out who Pittsburgh's closer is. I don't know if we even have that. I'm going to have to quickly make a card. So hang on, everyone. Just be patient with me. Give me a second here. Team card. I go to Pittsburgh Pitchers. Pittsburgh Pitchers. There you go. Pittsburgh Pitchers. I'm looking for the one that says closer. There he is. Dove. It's Dave. Oh, wait. You know what? We're not going to need Dave right this second, are we? We're not going to need Dave yet. Because it's 5-1. That is true. But we're going to make his card for when we do need it down the line for Game 2, Game 3, Game 4. Pittsburgh Pitchers. We're going to save this as Dave G-I-U-S-T-I. All right. We'll save that for later. We'll use him later. We won't use him yet. Who are we going to use? We have to slide this over to here. Bring this over here. Ken Brett did good. Larry Demi did not do good. And Doc Ellis. It's going to be Doc Ellis. Why not? Coming in, Doc Ellis. Coming in the 9th. Dave Concepcion is up first. Dave Ellis against Dave Concepcion. And we are in the bottom. There we are. We have to change the score over here as well. That is a 5-1. Oops. Not 35, just a 5. 5-1 lead in 1975. This is the NLCS Game 1. All right, Doc Ellis against Dave Concepcion. Here we go. 456. He's a right-hander. 456, and that's going to be right-hander. It's going to be a double. Dave Concepcion with the double, and it's not over yet. That brings up Ken Griffey with the runner at second. 136, and that's a pop-up into right left field. For the out, Cesar Geronimo. And we're going to second base to look and see if that's a double play to end this sucker. And I'm looking at my Rennie Stennon. And a 44 is a 4-3 put out. So runner will move to third. And that's going to bring up the pitcher spot. But we're going to go ahead and bring someone in for him. Who are we going to bring in, you might ask? Well, I haven't got that far yet. It's going to be maybe Terry Crowley. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be Terry Crowley. Let's bring in Terry Crowley here. Terry Crowley in the bottom of the ninth. Holy cow, lots going on here. In the ninth, Terry Crowley, bottom of 9. And can you see his card? You cannot see his card. All right. That's fine. I will switch this to the main screen so you can see everything. Because I don't feel like adding him into the lineup. So anyways, I do actually have the cards printed out, as we talked about in the beginning. But I wanted you guys to be able to see it clearly and easily. And so anyways, Terry Crowley. Here we go. 2 outs. Runner is second. And it's 5-1. 195. And it's a bloop double. It's going to be a bloop double. And that's going to score a run. Concepcion has scored both of the Reds' runs so far. And that brings up Pete Rose. Pete Rose. Crowley goes to first. He's got no stolen bases, so we can just move him out of there and bring up Pete Rose. Pete Rose is 2 for 4. He's got a single in the first, a single in the third. Fielder's choice in the 6th inning, a fly ball to right in the 7th inning. Let's see, 1 out remaining. 5-2 is your game now. It's not over yet, and actually, it's almost a save situation. Almost. Let's see if the Reds can put this runner on. And Pete Rose is going to be, it's going to be to the first pitcher, 56, and that's going to be a base hit. You can see on Doc Ellis, 516 is a single. So Pete Rose gets a single. And the runner moves to third, and the runners are at corners. And that brings up Joe Morgan. And he actually represents the tying run, which means it's now time for the closer to come in. Dave. Is it Dave? It's Dave. He's the closer. Dave's coming in. Dave, the man, is coming in. Dave Gusty. We're going to call him Dave Gusty. Dave Gusty now with Joe Morgan at the plate. Pete Rose at first. And somebody's at third. It's, who is it? Terry Crowley's at third. That's who's at third. All right, I'm going to keep his stuff right here in case I need it. All right, here we go. You're on the wrong screen. There you go. Dave Gastilli and Joe Morgan. Here we go. Bottom of 9, 2 outs. An out and it's over. The Reds need to keep things going. 147, and that's a walk. And that's going to load the bases. That's going to load the bases for Johnny Bench. Johnny Be Good Bench, and he's hit 28 home runs. Johnny Bench has flew out to right field 3 times. He's singled in the 8th inning. He's starting to get his groove. Let's see what he can do here in the bottom of the 9th. The bases are loaded. The sign, the windup, the pitch. 2-10 versus a right-hander is a 4-10. A 4-10 is a walk. And they walked a run in. And Terry Crowley, who started this off with a double, comes in. And that's another run. And now it's 5-3. And the bases are still loaded. And as RJL says, we have some 9th inning magic going on here. Holy cow. Dave Gusty's shaking his head like, no, this is not going to happen. We played so well today. We can't screw this up now, can we? Tony Perez is 0 for 4, but he bats .282. They don't have anybody on the bench that's as good as Tony Perez. They're going to leave Tony Perez in there, even though he's 0 for 4. Here he goes. Here he goes. 5-3. Bases are still loaded. Rose is at 3rd. Morgan is at 2nd. Johnny Bench is at 1st. Back-to-back walks, a single, a double, 2 doubles, a single, and back-to-back walks. There's 2 runs in, and the bases are loaded. Dave needs to settle down. Just calm. Take a deep breath, my friend. Throw it down the middle. No, but come on. 386. Right hand, 386. And that's a ground ball hit hard down to 3rd base. And he's going to take it to the bag himself, which is the 3rd baseman, which is Richie Hebner. Touches it on 3rd base, and it's out. And that's going to do it. 5 unassisted. And the Reds put across 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th, but it's not going to be enough. Your final score is 5-3 as the Reds made it interesting at the end. Holy cow. Who would have thunk it? Who might need to unsub, says Dave Gardner. Oh, you must be a Reds fan. I tell you, these Reds fans, sometimes they're hard on you. They are hard on you. There you go. But, wow, that was exciting action here for our debut of season ticket baseball. Again, go watch Dave Garner, Ron Juckett, Digital to Diamond. They go through and they show you all the different sports sims, who's having the sale, what day it starts, if there's a code. Go through all the information. Go watch the video, like the video, leave a comment. And it can save you like a bunch of money. I ordered 3 season ticket PDFs. I saved like $36. It was great. There's a code you put in. I don't remember what the code is. You're going to have to go watch the video. And yeah, and then you're going to save a lot of money. So why not? And I think this is a great system. I don't like the defensive roles. So again, I have my own defensive charts that I've created, which I've been sharing with you guys, that have all the details of, you know, all the players and all the ratings and stuff. And I just have those up over on my other screen, and I can see, oh, it's a 947 or a 997. I can look at Griffey and go, 997 is a double. Boom, right there. And obviously these are just the players that played this game, but as more players come in, I can put more of them in there and fill it out, and I'll have it ready to go. So that's my definitive sheet solution for this game. Of course, you can always just keep the player cards out in front of you, and just riffle through them, whatever you need to look for players' results. And as you play the cards, you'll learn some of your players too. Like you'll go, oh, Ken Griffey, right? Ken Griffey, 90 to 93 is an out. 94, 95, 96 and 97 is a double. 98 and 99 is a single. So, I mean, once you use the card a couple times, you might learn them. And so you might not need to look them up all the time. So, I mean, just keep that in mind. Anyways, there you go. Season tickets. This is the game that got Rough Swordsman into baseball. So, I mean, it can't be a bad game if Rough Swordsman, the British wargamer, now plays baseball thanks to this game. It must be a good game. Anyways, so there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. The Reds lose at home in Game 1. In reality, in real life, they win the first game. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Game number 2 when we bring that to you next time. Until then, my friends, take care. We'll see you all down the line. Thanks for watching.